Hi there. My name is Bruce Anderson, and my group is called Six Figures to Financial Freedom with Business Owners. So, anyway, today's topic is talking about oneness and also talking about the 20 negative money programs that business owners have, and also reacting versus responding. So who is this group for? This group is for business owners, CEOs, corporate people, coaches, consultants, ad agencies, professionals, new thought leaders, and frankly, whoever has a burning desire to become financially free, and whatever financially free means to you. So, with that being said, let's jump in. So, I want to help people program your mind to be abundant, to identify and to remove any negative programs that we have around money. I want to get to the real root of problem why people struggle and suffer and work too hard with money. Want to talk a little bit about set points. We all have set points around money. We have a minimum set point and we have a maximum set point. And like, for instance, just going to make this up. If you're making $5,000 right now and you want to make 20,000 or 30,000, that's your height, your highest, your maximum point that you believe that you can make. But that is a construct. Do you think the universe cares if you make $1 or $10 million? No. So it's really up to you. I want to help people create a financial number that changes their lives, transforms their life, makes a massive impact on their and their family's lives. So I have a lot to cover, and so we're just gonna dive right in. So talking about oneness, and so I look at as oneness is we live in a multi-dimensional universe, and I believe what I'm going to be sharing with you about oneness is like the fourth and fifth dimensions. So that's like fifth dimensional thinking and feelings. So oneness, and I was kind of every morning I have my meditation time. I clear my mind. I connect to source energy. And this morning was a little bit different. I had a new idea. And so I usually, let's do this with me. Close your eyes. Imagine a big, bright ball of light in your imagination. And that is representing that energy in the whole entire universe. And now what I want you to do is condense that down into a small ball. Imagine like a marble in your hands. You got that? Okay, so let go of that, come back. And my point is, I'm going to skip here a little bit. How did the spiritual world, gurus, mystics, yogis, and ascended masters and native Indians know that everything was connected? I'm just shocked at that. And our science has been saying that too. a little over a century now, over 100 years, science equals mc squared is saying that E is energy, M mass, C constant, speed, light, time squared. So my point is that everything is energy. So the science is saying everything is connected. And more recently, I think in the last, not sure exactly what it is, but like 30 years, the scientific word is quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement means that all energy is connected. And what science is saying, 13.8 billion years ago, the size of a marble, highly condensed and compressed, and billions of degrees exploded. What science is called the Big Bang. And what they now call it that singularity. So that singularity means in one little point, everything started from, everything expanded from that and created our universe. So the spiritualist people, thousands and thousands of years have been saying everything's connected. And now our science is saying that everything is connected. Quantum entanglement, the foundation for our science, is saying everything is connected. That famous equation, that Einstein came up with, E equals mc squared. And anyway, so I just find that magical, that I'll get more into this, but everything's energy, everywhere is energy, everyone is energy. So money is energy. We are energy. If you take your hand and take a microscope and do it 1,000,000 times power, you will see atoms, neutrons, protons, electrons. You will see molecules. Now, if you take a dollar bill and use that same microscope 1,000,000 times, you will see energy. Einstein is saying is everything is energy. And more recently, quantum entanglement, all energy is connected. There is no separation. There's no separation between you and money. Only your mind is creating separation and disconnection. I am here and money is over there. No, science is saying that money is energy. So, moving on. So we live in two worlds. I've kind of covered this, but I want to go over again. It's really important. So we have an inner world and we have an outer world. And we must master both of those. So our inner world is the most important one that we must master. You've heard the saying, everything is created twice. Once in the mind, once in our reality, in the material world. So first, we must master our inside world. Breathe that in. So we want to master our inside world. What is our inside world? So the outside world always follows our inside world. Our inside world is our two minds, a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. A conscious mind playing 5% of the day, and a subconscious mind, the program mind, 95% of the day. And it could be even more than that if we're thinking about the past or the future. So what I want to do is have you master your inside world by mastering your program mind and mastering your conscious mind. So I want to see 100%, but nothing's 100%. But imagine that. Your program mind, you know that you are abundant. You have certainty. You believe that money is coming to you. It is on its way. You're condensing time and space, and it's coming towards you. How exciting is that? It's creating predictability, creating certainty. Okay, so what else do I say? So I believe our true self, our authentic self, is higher consciousness. So our higher consciousness is abundant. It is wealthy. it is prosperity. It is rich, right? Everything is energy. We're connected to that. The biggest thing I think people is you got to make a decision, and you have to believe that you are enough, that you are worthy enough. There is no separation between you and money. You are one with it. Oneness. So I do want to make a little point here. The most important thing I said is master the inside world, because the outside world is follow it. So what if your outside world is broke? What if it's broke? I've been there, done that. I've lost houses to foreclosure. I've gone through divorce, struggling over financial things. The most painful things I've ever gone to is with money, not having enough money. So this is why I want to teach you all these lessons I've been learning over the last 10, 20, 30 years, and more specifically around the mind in the last 7 years. So even my goal is, even if you are broke on the outside, well, you have in debt with credit cards, you have car payments, you are surviving. So, but my point here is we must master our inside world. Our inside world must be rich, abundant. So you must create a foundation around that. So as a builder, for most of my life, the first thing we do is build a foundation. Now, if you're building a single story, you build a footing that's 16 by 8 and like 2 foot tall. And then if you want to do a 2-story, you do it 2 foot wide. And then you make an 8-inch wall instead of a 6-inch wall. If you're doing 3 stories, you do it 2 foot. And then you go 8 inches. Now, if you're going to build a skyscraper, a 30-story building, you're going to go down like maybe a couple hundred feet. Like if you want to make a lot of money, you must have a big foundation, right? A high mindset. You must have no limiting thinking. So, I will be talking about the 20 negative money programs that business owners that create a resistance and blocks. So this resistance I'm talking about is the flow of energy. We are energy beings. We live in a unified field. That means there's electrical and magnetic. We live in this field. Our thoughts are electric. Our feelings are magnetic. So we must think what we want, and we must feel the feelings of already being abundant. Who we are, that oneness is abundant. Our true self is abundant. Our authentic self is abundant. Our higher self is abundant. Our higher power is abundant. Read that in. All right. So what scientists are saying is 70% of our programs are negative. Have you ever thought why like only 4% makes most of the money out there? It's because they've learned how to program their mind to be rich, and they pass on all those daily habits, that thinking, that mindset, the structures, the successful thinking, the money management, all those things. It's programmed, and they pass it on from generation to generation. Generational wealth. That's what I want to help you do, is create generational wealth. So science is saying 70% of our programs around money are negative, and so that means only 30% are positive, give or take. And if we're thinking of the past or the future, it could be even higher than that. Okay, so my goal for you is to make your conscious mind playing 5%, so you think and your heighten emotions and you feel abundant. Same thing with your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, your programmed mind. So 95% of the day you're thinking, you're imagining, you have a heightened state of emotions, and you have the feelings that you are already abundant. How does that feel? That feels great to me, just saying it. So again, there is a minimum and a maximum, and we need to. My definition is about money. It should transform your life. Your maximum should scare you. Your maximum mindset of how much money you want should, maybe you don't even know how you're going to do that yet, right? That was kind of my definitions of a big audacious goal. Is it scares me. I'm not even sure how to do that, but within, I know who I am. I am that oneness. I am connected to, I am part of abundance. And this is what I want for you guys. So moving on. So now what I want, there's a conditioned mind and there's an unconditioned mind. And so I'm going to be talking about the 20 conditions that these are negative programs we have around money. So there's conditioned mind and there's unconditioned. My goal is for you to have an unconditional mind around money, abundance, wealth, financial freedom, right? Time freedoms, energy freedoms. So we are going to let go of the resistance and the blocks that are stopping us from becoming wealthy. So so going into these 20 negative programs. So these negative programs come from our lower consciousness. These are negative thoughts, emotions, and feelings. They are heavy, dense, and dark. So we must learn to let go of these things. That is not who we are. You know, here's something crazy, is when we come to Earth, we know nothing, goose egg. And all these things we have learned from somebody, from our environment and our perception of our environment, normally from our parents. And so we have learned a lot of negative programs that aren't even our own. And because we believe that, they become our truth. It's not true at all. Science is saying the truth is we're all connected. You're connected. Money is energy. You're energy. You're one with that. Dr. David Hawkins, if you go into like Google, you can go in there and he has this energy consciousness frequencies. So if you look at his chart, like it goes from 0 being dead to 1,000, which is what they call Christ consciousness. And so the first quarter of that is 0 to 250. That's hertz. So and 250 is neutrality. So everything from 0 to 250 is a negative program that causes us to think and to feel lack or scarcity, limitations, or a victim. So now from 250, so this is 3/4 of the way to 1,000. Those are from neutrality to all these are higher consciousness to 1,000 is like enlightenment. And so it's important to let go of these negative programs that are keeping us in these low vibrations, right? Consciousness, this vibration, if we're, and these are the 20 I'm talking about. So the 20 of these negative programs are going from 0 to 250. These are negative. Okay, so let's start. So these 20 negative programs that I want business owners or whoever to let go of these, and I have learned a specific step-by-step proven technology that to remove these negative programs fast, some within minutes. So starting on that list, some of the lowest consciousness are guilt around money, shame around money, and blame around money. So we must learn to let go. And these are in the frequency of like 20 to 60, extremely low, heavy, dense, dark emotional energy. That's my 20-minute though. So going down that list of the 20 plus, so other ones are fear, worry, and doubt. Fear. You know, I heard this a little while ago. I really liked it. It said fear, worry, and doubt, mainly fear, is the lack of trust. Lack of trust in who? You. So this is why I started out the whole thing about oneness, that the science is saying we are connected to everything, everywhere. Everyone is energy. We're connected to everyone. This is a proven science. They've been saying that everything's energy for over 100 years. And more recently, everything's connected. It's a proven fact. What did Einstein say? He said that everything is energy, and that's all there is to that. Match the energetic frequency of the reality that you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. He goes on to say it's physics, not psychology. Physics is saying you have to be in a certain energy frequency for the law of attraction to kick in. Law of attraction, as I talked about in a previous talk, was a secondary law. Primary law is the law of frequency. You must match those frequencies. And then when you match that, you could condense time and space. You're going towards your dream of money. Money is coming toward you. That's exciting, right? When you know the law of energy is coming toward you, when you match the frequencies. All right, moving down the list of 20 negative programs. So I have touched a little bit on conditions, judgments, and attachments around money, right? Like I mentioned, we need to be unconditional wealthy, rich, prosperity. And that means we are absence of conditions, right? All these conditions I'm talking to you about, we must learn to be unconditional, 100% knowing that who we are, the foundation of who we are is abundance. I remember listening to a billionaire speak, and he said, you must be it to see it. Most people do just the opposite. When I see it in the reality world, the outside world, the material world, then I will believe it. No. What I'm saying is you must be it inside world. You must master this inside world, and the outside world always follows it. All right, so jealousies around people who have money, anger issues about money. Maybe you have lost, I'm making this up, a business partner, and you have anger issues around money because they took money from you, they stole money from you. You have stress around money. These are the frequencies of about 100 to 150. All these still are negative programs in the lower consciousness. So here's some really popular ones. So I am not enough. I am not enoughness. So that enoughness is I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not pretty enough. Whatever it is, right? We must learn to let go of the enoughness, which is a lie, right? There's a veil, blinding us that we are energy and we're connected to everything. Of course we are more than enough. The next one is I am not worthy. The I in the I am is connected to everything. Of course we're worthy. M means now. You must today's thinking creates your tomorrow thinking. So today you must think that. Yesterday's thinking is today's thinking. Today's thinking is tomorrow's thinking. So you must master your mind in the present tense. You're coming from your dreams already fulfilled. So I love saying, instead of I'm not worthy, is I am more than worthy. I am more than enough. All right. So the next one I want to talk about is I'm separate or I'm disconnected. I am here and money is over there. This is a lie. Everything is energy. Everything is connected. There is no separation between you and money. I remember talking to a friend once, and he said that there was had a drawing, and there was where he was, and there was this big valley, a cavern, and on the side of that it was money, his goals and dreams. It's like, and I was thinking in my mind, it's like there is no separate, there is no valley, there is no. It's all connected, all connected. So, a couple of the coming up to the last of these 20 is talking about energy chakras. Each one of our energy chakra is an energy center. So our root chakra, our sacral solar plex, our solar plexus and our sacral solar plex, our heart chakras, I hope I said that right, throat chakras, our third eye chakras, and our crown chakras. We must clear of all those. Those are energy sections, energy, where energy clings to. And there's so much more to go deeper into that, but I only have a limited time. So the mind. So our mind creates this resistance and blocks, and it blocks the flow of energy to us. We are energy. Money is energy. If we have a negative, a limited mind, we can self-sabotage. I've known millionaires who have lost millions twice because they had a limited belief about money. They were really great at making money, man. They can make it all day long, but keeping it, that was a different story. So had some self-sabotaging beliefs. So again, there is no separation. There's no disconnection. There is no I'm here and money's over there. Everything's connected. Everything is one. That is a science. I'll just let go of that. So, man, I've gone over 20 minutes now. If it's okay, I did want to talk more about reacting versus responding. I'm just going to go for it. This is going to be a long one. Sorry, I apologize. It always seems like I don't have enough to talk about. Then all of a sudden I get into it, and then there's not enough time. And so reacting versus responding, right? So first of all, reacting is something that we learn from the past. It's from our environment, and it's from our perception of the environment. And everything we have learned, and we come to Earth, we know nothing. We have learned everything we react to. We learn, and we learned it from somebody else. It's not even ours. So remember that when you're feeling reacted or being triggered. So usually, we're reacting because of what somebody says, our thoughts, emotions, and feelings. What else? So we're reacting to somebody else and not even ours. So every time, the ego wants to make things right or wrong, good or bad, black or white. There is no good or bad, right or wrong, light or dark. There's just what is. So if you cannot put a label on it, life, right? If you're making your mate or business partner right or wrong, you want to be loved, you want to be happy, you want to find peace. It's neither good nor bad. So I really love that. Now, the what do I want to say? Life is challenging. It is tough, right? I believe that when we react, we are supposed to be. I love this. If I'm feeling triggered and react, I know on the other side of that there is a big lesson to learn. So when someone's triggering me, or I feel that in my body, I feel that intenseness, and I get excited now because I know the bigger the stress, the bigger the trigger, the bigger reaction. On the other side of that is my biggest lessons. When I feel triggered, there's a lesson to learn, right? Karma is like learning these lessons, and I think one of the biggest lessons that we can learn is toughening up. So one thing that comes to my mind is Tony Robbins and Oprah Winfrey. If you hear their story, that they had horrible upbringing. Tony Robbins was like beaten up, and anyway, he had a horrible thing, and the same thing with Oprah Winfrey. Had a very tough upbringing. I think she was even sexually abused. But they both have said they would never trade it for anything. Mainly because it toughened them up. It made them who they are, and who they are, became extremely successful. So I'm going to give an example here now. So if you are feeling reactive, triggered, and now the opposite, not the opposite of that, but I want you, there's reacting and responding. So responding is responding from your higher self, your true self, your authentic self, your higher power, your higher consciousness, the highest and best version of yourself. So when I feel that I'm feeling triggered, I'd like to take a breath. And that breath gives me a gap from reacting to responding. And in that moment, I have a choice, right? I can make a decision to get in that person's face, or I can not react. I can come from, who I am is unconditional love. Who I am is joy. Who I am is peace. And when you talk from your heart versus your brain, it's amazing. I remember going through some tough times, going through divorce with my own daughter, and having some difficult conversations with her. And when I would talk from my heart, it would come across, getting emotional. Coming from my heart and talking about it. Whew. Okay, so and kind of wrapping this thing up, and then reacting and responding. So in that responding, you can be proactive and come from your higher self, right? Take that breath, come from your higher self, come from your heart, and talk from your heart to your significant other and your business partner, whoever it is. So wrapping it up, next week we're going to be talking about the state of knowing you are abundant. And I'm also going to be covering some in there about the kind of the science behind abundance. So that's really exciting, going deeper into this oneness and coming that that fifth dimensional higher thinking, that everything is energy, right? It really helped me to create that belief that who I am, that energy within this body, this consciousness within this mind, is abundant. I'm connected to it. Science is proving that I'm one with that. I'm one with abundance. I'm one with everything. I'm one with everyone. All right, so, and then the other thing is I would like to talk a little bit about letting go of what other people think of you, right? Sometimes we take things way too personally, kind of piggybacking on reacting and responding. So, with that be said, um, if you know anybody that would be a good fit for this group, this community, this tribe of business owners that want to master their mind around money, mastering their mind and mastering money, please tell them about this group. Love to invite them in there and contribute and learn some about the mind and being abundant. Yeah. All right. Thank you for everything. And I'm going to be ending this now. Thank you for your time spending with me on Saturday. Take care of you all.